Namaste. Today we are going to go through a root chakra class. We're going to focus on grounding and embodiment. And a couple of things that you will want to have close by for practice are blocks, if you have them, a strap, if you have a strap, or a belt to something that's tight. If you have tight hamstrings, that's what we'll be using that for. And maybe a blanket if you'd like to sit on a blanket. Sometimes that's more comfortable. Or if you have your yoga mat, you can always hold it up on the edge also. If you would like to have more of a sensory experience today, you can use some cedarwood oil, patchouli oil, sandalwood, juniper, or cinnamon. And for crystals, if you like to have crystals close by, ruby, bloodstone, and hematite are all good crystals for grounding and for root chakra work. Today we're going to do a light asana practice. We're going to do some sun salutations in the middle, and so I'll go through those a little bit more slowly on the front end, and then we'll do the next one a little bit more in pace with our breathing. The goal will be to work in pace with our breathing. But don't worry if that doesn't happen. That comes over time and over developing a practice too. Some of the things we want to think about today are in terms of mantras for our mind to hold on to. I am here. I am safe. I am worthy. So you can hold on to those as we go through our practice today too. Before we get started, I'm going to grab a card for us, because I do love my deck. And so as we're thinking about being present in our bodies today, that we belong here, we belong inside our bodies, we belong on this earth, we belong on this planet, we are safe, and we are here, and we are worthy of love. We are worthy to receive, and we are capable of standing in our own truth and our own power. I feel like this one right here, originality, blaze your own trail. You are a go-getter and a free spirit by nature. You exhibit originality, courage, and defiance. You were born to succeed and breathe excitement, love, and life into the lives of others. Despite your chaotic ways and gregarious nature, you are loving and generous. Love me without fear, trust me without wondering, love me without restriction, love me without demands. I am worth it. Awesome. Okay, so we'll just hold on to that here at the side. I'm going to set these on the side for us. And then we are going to get started in Shavasana today, so you can lie down on your mat. What you want to do is just ease your body down, making note of how the ground feels beneath you, how the floor feels beneath you. We're going to put our palms face down for additional grounding. If we wanted to receive energy, we'd put them face up. Tuck your shoulders underneath so that your back feels comfortable. There might be a space between your low back, but feel your buttocks touching the ground, maybe your thighs, maybe your calves, your heels. And just take a few deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, big sigh. And feel how your body moves with your breath. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, sigh it out. Take a few more breaths at your own pace, and just notice how you are held by the ground beneath you. You are safe and you are secure. You can start to bring your knees up. Keep your feet at about hip width apart, and your fingers should be pointing towards your towards your heels. Toes facing straight towards the edge of the mat. On your inhale, you're going to raise up your hips to bridge pose. So you're going to inhale and slowly lift, starting with your hips. Peel your spine off the mat. You can shift your shoulders underneath you, fingers pointing at your heels. Chin should be tucked into your chest. Take a few breaths right here. And then ease back down to the ground. Stay right here for a moment. We're going to do this pose again, except this time we're going to do it with our breathing. It's called Kriya. We're going to do some short breaths with our motion to get our energy flowing. So inhale back up into bridge pose. And I want you to take your arms, your hands, interlace them beneath you. And then we're going to just move our hips very slightly up and down with our breath. So inhale, exhale. Just for about 30 seconds or so. If it's uncomfortable for your hands, you can put them down on the ground. Like 10 more. And then exhale, bring your spine back down to the earth. Drop your knees to the side, roll onto your side, and then push up and come to an easy sit position. The sound of the root chakra is Lam, and so we're going to start with just a chant to ground our energy in that sound right now. So you can put your pointer finger to your thumb on each hand, rest them on your knee, and then we're just going to do a nice easy chant. Inhale. Lam. Inhale. Lam. And one more. Inhale. Lam. Okay. From here, we're going to do a little bit of Ujjayi breath, just so that we can tune into some of our breathing work. And if you haven't done Ujjayi breathing before, it's basically when you close the back of your throat just a little bit. And so it's like the air just gets a little bit more constricted. And it actually sounds kind of like the ocean as you're breathing. So I'm not sure if you can hear when I do this. I'm just going to demonstrate it. So if you can hear that, it just is a light constriction in the back of the throat to make you focus a little bit more on the inhale and exhale of the breath that's coming in and out of your body. So you can take a few deep breaths like that. That Ujjayi breath is actually something that I use fairly often if I'm starting to feel anxious. I'll tap into my Ujjayi breathing, or if I can't sleep at night, I try to meditate and I start with Ujjayi breathing just to silence the rest of the noise that's in my mind. Okay, and then we're going to do one more breathing sequence just to balance out the energy, the masculine and feminine energy that's in our body, and it's alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana. And so what I want you to do is we're just going to do an inhale and then hold the breath for just a small retention at the top. And then we're going to place our 2 fingers on our right hand on our third eye. And we're going to use our ring finger and our thumb to close off each nostril as we breathe. And I'll guide you through that. So the first thing you want to do is just take a deep inhale. And get a little more, shrug up. And hold it. Fingers on your third eye. Use your thumb to close off your right nostril. Exhale, left nostril. Inhale, left nostril. Close off left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. One more, inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Push all of the air out. And now breathe normally. All right, to get into our movement now, we're just going to start with some sacral rolls, just really easing in and getting our bodies moving. So feel your sits bones really grounded into your mat, holding you secure. And just move at your own pace. Maybe tap into your breathing here. Move with the pace of your breath. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. Just feel your root, your tailbone on the earth right now. Just tipping your tailbone really activates that root chakra too. Switch directions if you haven't already. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just try to even it out as you're going through. Feel what your body feels. This vessel that carries your divine soul around, it's a gift, and let's learn to honor it more and more every day on our journeys. Okay, and from here we're going to do some neck rolls. So make sure right now your spine is straight, your heart over your pelvis and your head over your heart. So you're like a long string coming right off the top of your head, just pulling you straight up. We're going to take our right ear to right shoulder, and then exhale as you drop your chin down. And then inhale on the way back. And exhale. Inhale on the way up. And exhale. You can switch directions. Okay. I think we're going to do two, just because it's a little chilly in here. Do a little bit more warming up of our body before we move to the mat. So take your right hand, put it on the ground, and then take your left arm and stretch it up overhead. And what you want to do is make sure you're rotating your left shoulder upward right now so that you're shining a light out from your heart. Keep your left sits bone grounded. And if you can even get your elbow all the way to the mat. Take a few breaths here. Inhale up to center. exhale. And now inhale your right arm up. And let's stretch to the other side. Again, make sure you're staying in the plane. Your right shoulder is rotated up, so you're shining that light out from your heart. Feels good in that side body. And come back up to center. From here, we're going to get onto all fours for a little cat-cow. So make sure your wrists are right under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. And we're just going to warm up our bodies a little more. First thing is to, on the inhale, drop your belly down and tilt your head up so you're looking up. And on the exhale, we're going to go the reverse direction into cat. Pull your navel up to your spine and push the floor away. Let your head hang down. Feel that expansion in your back body. Inhale. And exhale. Take a few of these at your own breath pace. And just feel how that feels with the breath moving and expanding your body. From here, put your toes together, spread your knees wide. Sit back onto your heels, keep your hands and arms active. And put your forehead down to the mat. Extend your arms for child's pose. Keep your arms active here. Feeling the energy through your shoulders, shooting up through the front of your fingertips. As you breathe, feel the expansion of your back body. You can roll your forehead on the mat. Give that third eye a little massage. And you can slowly come back up. We're going to pop right up into down dog. So take your toes, push them underneath, and then you're going to pop up slowly into an upside down V. If you can, stretch your heels to the mat. If you can't, that's okay. This is my first down dog of the day, so I'm always a little tight. You're going to push down through your hands for a strong foundation. Push your heels back if you can. Extend through your shoulders. Let your head hang down. And in that V shape, you're pointing your sacrum up at the sky, really where the crease is where the wall meets the ceiling. You can paddle out your legs if that feels good. Take a few deep breaths here. Then we'll start walking up to the front of the mat. And roll up your spine vertebrae by vertebrae into Tadasana. Tadasana, I'm going to turn this way for a minute. Tadasana is mountain pose. We're going to keep our feet together, and then you lift up your toes and set them down one by one, starting with your pinky toes, so you can feel the weight distribution throughout your entire foot base. What you want to do then is make sure that you are in a straight line up through your body. We're not arching this way, we're leaning back this way. Straight line up, strong, slight bend in the knees, pelvis tipped under, hip pointers facing upwards like lights, our shoulders back into their pockets, hands strong at our sides. Okay, if you have blocks and want to use them, now is a great time to put them at the front of your mat. I like to use them especially in my morning practice before I am fully warmed up. And we are going to go into Sun B right now, Sun Salutation B. So I'll walk through it a little bit slowly on the first time through. And if you've never done this before, just watch And then you can always go back to it later. No problem, just meet your body where it's at. Some of these moves are a little different if you've never done them before. So we're gonna start in Tadasana at the front of the mat. Inhale, arms up. And hands through heart center, namaste hands at heart center. Just take a moment here to reconnect with our breath. Hands down at the sides. Inhale, sit back into chair pose. Just like you're sitting in a chair. You might feel the weight in your heels right now. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. So bring your hands up to your knees or your shins, whatever is most comfortable for you. Exhale, forward fold. Step your legs back into plank pose. From here, we would do a normal chaturanga vinyasa flow. But this time we're going to go through nice and easy, so bring your knees down to the mat. Untuck your toes, and we're going to keep our elbows in and lower down all the way to the floor. On your inhale, pull up for a baby cobra. And on your exhale, roll your toes under, back into down dog. On your inhale, lift your right leg up for three-legged dog. Try to keep your hips square. On the exhale, step in through. I have to give mine a little boost there. Bring your foot between your hands. Now your left leg spirals to put your heel down, so you have heel to heel alignment. And from here, inhale, arms up into warrior one. So now at this space, keep your knee over your ankle, not out in front of your ankle. You can sink in as far as you can, so whatever feels good for your body here. Arms up and active, really feeling that energy through your arms all the way down to through your back heel especially. Your exhale, bring your arms back down, frame your foot. Step that right leg back. And we're going to do a vinyasa flow here. So chaturanga, arms down. Pull through into up dog. Just your feet on the mat, thighs off. And then exhale into down dog. From here, you can walk, step, or hop up to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, arms up, sit to chair. Feet together, knees together. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Hands at prayer to heart center. And we're going to do that same sequence on the left side. So we'll try to go a little bit more smoothly with our breath this time. But go at your own pace. And if you want to stop it, rewind it, do whatever you need to do so that it feels right for you. Just meet your body where you are at. And like I said, if these are new moves, sometimes it's a little tricky to understand how it's all going to come together. No problem. All right, Tadasana, feet together. Lift up your toes, place them down one by one. Slight bend in the knees, pelvis tipped under, hip bones pointing forward, shoulders back in their pockets, hands strong and active.